Hello, my friends. Today is August the 17th, and this is a psychic reading for you if this is your birth date. Set 6 to 10 minute long reading. Bear with me. It might have some information even if it's not your birthday. There's always something you might get out of one of these. This is again a 4 card pull to cover the year to follow, a lens card to look at the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action to take to stay in balance against that challenge, and an option or a synopsis card, an understanding card at the end. I do psychic readings and healing work for nearly 40 years. Check out my credits. I do a lot of one-on-one personal readings with folks on the internet. So the lens card for the year is the seed. And the seed talks about, we plant seeds with intention. We plant seeds hoping that they grow into be the most beautiful plant or being that they can possibly be. We give them our love, we give them our encouragement, we give them the soil they need, we give them the water they need, we put our intention into them, we honor the process of them, we understand that they're going to go through the hardships of needing to break through soil and break through rocks and face critters that want to eat them and face the harsh sun and the lack of rain or the over rain or the cold or the miserable things, but they flourish. They come through, they break through, they open up, they blossom. They've gone through hell to get to where they are. It's the same thing with a pearl, inside of an oyster. A little grain of sand, an irritant, gets inside of an oyster, and it rubs and it rubs and it rubs, and the oyster starts to put the nacre around them, and then more nacre and more nacre. And over time, the irritation becomes a beautiful gem. And that's the understanding of the seed, that the seed takes a process of going through hardship in order to become strong, in order to become vital, in order to live its vitality and blossom into its most beautiful creation. This is you, and this is your projects this year, to look at it and think of them as seeds, as you as a seed, as your projects as a seed, and to say, what intentions am I putting into my own seed, my own body? What intentions am I putting into my own uh, uh, seed that I put out there to create something in my world, whether it's a physical reality, whether it's a mental reality, whether it's an emotional reality, or a fiery active definition reality. What are the seeds that I'm planting? What am I working toward? And let's look at the next step. Well, the seed again takes patience and takes perseverance and takes encouragement and takes trust, and it takes letting go and surrendering. So here is the challenge card for you, the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles often says, well, you've done something and you're at the finish line. You can celebrate what you've created, and you can then move into the next thing that is ready to be made, the next seed you want to plant. The challenge, I think, is maybe letting go of what you've created because it's defined you. It's given you a sense of who you are. It's given you a sense of, what you've had to go through, what you've had to push through, what you've had to have patience with, what you've learned as your gifts and your talents. And you're not going to lose any of that, even if you start something new. But there's a challenge, I think, here for you to start something new and to let go of what you have built, because it defines you. But maybe that's not the seed that you really planted, is the thing that defines you so dramatically that you can't let go of it and become something bigger and better than what you already are. And that's, I think, the core of this. Maybe you feel stuck sticking with something that you've created, but it's time to leave, and you don't know who's going to take over, and you don't know who's going to do the work, and you don't know how it's going to be. Maybe you're just like so stuck in the aura of it, but you're still dissatisfied. Kings are often dissatisfied with what has finally come about. They're not, you have to have some energy into something, and the king wants to put his energy or her energy into something that says, oh, I can grow more, I can do more, I can be bigger. I don't have to just stay with this one paradigm that I've created or co-created, and I can let go. But that's your challenge, is to let go and trust what the next thing is. What is the next thing? look back in your life and say, as child, what did I want to do that I wasn't capable or allowed or thought I could do? Maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something that's popping up in front of you, but you just can't see yourself get there because you have so many things to do regarding what you've already built. But you have to let go at some point, and that's, I think, really what this is all about. What's the next seed that you want to plant? What's the next understanding that you want to put intention into? Here's the action to take. Black Panther: jump into the void, baby. Jump into the darkness, jump into the unknowing, go forward, let go, surrender, let change. This is a growth process. This is a process that says your true seed is still growing inside of you. You are the seed and you are the flower. What are you going to flower into next? You're not done flowering and you're not done, being vital. Find the next vitality in you. And if you can't see it on an analytical, logical place, go into your intuitions. Black Panther, my goodness, the champion of the dark, the champion of the shadow, the champion of the night, the place where intuition comes from, the place where instincts and feelings come from, the place to do amazing healing work if you allow yourself to do healing work. What is stopping you? Who has stopped you? What voices stop you from allowing yourself to shift into something different and allowing yourself to listen to your intuition? I think Pentacles are all about doing, and they're often about understanding their instincts on a deep level. Sometimes I can't speak them and share the words of them, but the energy is in the feeling. Let yourself feel into something and do it. Let yourself do it. Let yourself learn something new. Step into something new that may scare you, that you don't know anything about. Let something a new seed grow from your trust that you're going to be given what you need to be given. You're going to have the talents to do what you need to do, and you're going to have the time, and you just need the patience and the trust to move into something. And that takes, I think, listening to your intuition, listening into the shadow sides of yourself, looking at what stops you from moving forward, and jumping forward, just letting go, jumping forward, and listening with your instincts and listening with your intuition and trusting your energy. Black Panther is also, besides that ability to hear and see and feel and understand the dark, they can do it in the light as well. They're multi-talented, multitask. They bring information from the void to you. They bring light and wisdom to you. They bring encouragement and they bring power to you. They bring an understanding of conservatism of energy that can't always just push and run and do and do and do. Sometimes you have to conserve your energy so when it's right to really push at something and get something done. But you can't always just do. And I think King of Pentacles, you probably learned that pretty well, but maybe you haven't learned it yet, that you can't just do, especially when you're doing something that's not really filling you up anymore. So you have to do. Be quiet first, and listen to what is the next thing to do, and then step into it with enthusiasm, and step into it with your gifts and your talents and your beauty and your grace, and step into it and do it and create a new egg. You started with a seed. Now look, here's an egg. Here's the next element of the pearl of yourself becoming your egg, the next egg of your being, and continuously remaking the eggs of your life. That's really what we have to do, is grow our eggs and caretake them and let them be born into what they need to be born into next. So this is a soul process, an evolutionary process. Let go, trust, move through, move on, but let do, and drop something. Drop something that other people can really take care of. You don't need to be the caretaker. You don't need to be the guardian. You don't need to be the control master of it. Let go. Trust the seed that you already created, that it's going to keep blossoming in the way that it needs to blossom. Let go. Create a new seed. Create a new intention. Put your hands into the physical reality of it and build it again, trusting your instinct and trusting your intuition, and you'll know what is right, and you'll build the next beautiful thing that is to showcase you and or showcase your mind on whatever level that is, but it can showcase you and can show the nature of you, you know, all those irritations that you had to go through, that you had to learn how to put beauty around, and more beauty and more beauty. It's going to showcase your beauty. It's going to showcase that golden gem that comes from allowing yourself to go through all the irritations and the trials and the tribulations of just being human and working towards something. Blessed be.